guess after watching the film, what did you see out of Chris Bryant getting in there at left guard and then Graham over at center?
You know, Graham's always, since spring ball, has graded out better at center than he has guard. And as far as Chris goes, I think he played a good first game starting. I mean, there's really no excuse not to be perfect when you play offensive line at Michigan, but just him doing the things he had to do, he got the job done. You know, Fitz averaged 4.5 a carry. It's like that all year. Obviously, we want more yards every single time, but I think Chris did a good job. Got to shore some things here and there, but you know, I'm proud of the way he played. And if he continues to build off that, then this offensive line will be successful.
Brady said you texted him at 11:30 Saturday night to remind him about the noise at Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did you think he didn't know that?
Well, no, I knew he knew that, but I think it's just different because we haven't played Penn State at Penn State since my redshirt freshman year, and you know, aside from like me, Cam, and maybe like one other guy, no one's really had significant snaps there. But the noise is not really like distracting. It's kind of like you have to be on your P's and Q's. You have to know what your call is going to be, and if you don't, sometimes like we'll be standing face to face, and I won't be able to hear myself think or hear you talk. So yeah, it's a great atmosphere. I'm sure it'll be a whiteout night game. It's Penn State's awesome. It's a fun place to play at.
Loudest place you played?
Probably that or Ohio State. So, I'm sorry, Ohio. I apologize, Coach Oak.
Taylor, did you notice at UConn there were some things with the young guys, communication issues? I mean, is that something to learn from a little bit?
Not so much. You know, UConn was a great environment, but that's 42,000 people, and we're about to go into 100,000 people. And the way the stadium is built, straight up, it's a pro style kind of stadium. So it'll be fun. It'll be a great environment to play in. Just like I said, you got to bend your P's and Q's. You got to know the calls. Even if you can't hear the call, you should know the offense well enough to understand that, okay, these guys are raying, these guys are Rexing, Lewing, you know, I have to solid, I have to do this. So if everybody knows the game plan, knows what we have to do, know the fronts, and where we're calling them to, then we should be successful.
Not asking anything about whether he plays or doesn't play, but can you just give a sense of how badly a fellow leader like Jake Bryan wants to get back in there and help?
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, he wants to be in there. He's a captain of this team, and that's just so much about him as a leader and as a person. Being a captain as a junior, that rarely ever happens at any program. But as far as him playing this week, it doesn't that's for the coaches to say. I mean, the way he's been playing, Jake's Jake. So.
Penn State and Michigan only met 16 times since 1993. Are you surprised by that fact? Maybe that the rivalry isn't longer. With conference realignment.
I didn't even know. I didn't really know about that at all. I don't really know too much about the tradition and history of playing against Penn State, like you said, 16 times. So, I mean, it'll be fun. Add one more to it. Hopefully we can come out with the win, play the way we have to play.
What about the future of the rivalry? You're going to be gone by the time.
As far as the future goes, I'm sure it'll be a great rivalry. You know, Coach Hope's a great coach. Coach O'Brien, you know, from what I've got to know, just being around him a couple times, is a great guy. I'm sure there'll be a good rivalry there in the future.
Talk about the crowd noise and how difficult it is, how much you have to prepare for that, knowing the call. How big of a focus is that just along the offensive line this week, considering Brian's only a second career start?
Right.
And you guys have to keep on your toes.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of young guys, especially in the interior. All these guys are first-year starters. This will be Schofield's first time playing at Penn State, although he's been through a lot of loud environments. So these guys got to understand that, you know, we're still playing football. You know, the width, the length, it's all the same. So if we do what we're supposed to do, like I said, we should be successful. It's kind of just getting that preparation in and getting better every single week. Because if you don't get better each week, you're not going to win a Big Ten championship.
Did you enjoy shifting around on the line, or what does that add to what you're doing?
As far as enjoying it, yeah, it was fine being important. I think every play except for two was behind me. And that's just, you know, taking that responsibility and feeling that responsibility for the game. Coach is telling me they're going to run behind me a lot more. You know, you take pride in that. You definitely take pride in that. That's something I enjoyed. My head hurts a little bit today, but other than that, it's all good.
Does it make it difficult? Because it kind of telegraphs where the runs are going, right?
As long as we're not outnumbered and we have bodies on bodies and we push the line of scrimmage, then it shouldn't be a problem. But we have different plays out of everything. I'm not going to give you the whole playbook here, but we have different plays. We have different stuff we can do to the other side, whether it's pass. There's a bunch of different stuff. So, Coach Borges is a great coach. He knows what he's doing, and he's been in the business for a long time, a lot longer than I've probably been alive. So, I'll let him do his job, and I'll just keep blocking.
You said Jake's been playing like Jake in practice, I presume you're saying. How has he looked in practice?
I don't really want to dive into, how he's looked. He's playing like Jake. I don't think the kid knows he's hurt. So, he's just the same Jake. He just has shorter hair, which personally I'm not a fan of, but that's all him.
You miss the long hair?
I miss it. I do.
Obviously, you're a big fan of Fitz, but kind of split the carries this game. What does Derek Green bring to the table, and will that help Fitz, especially moving forward later in the season, just staying healthy-wise?
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Having the opportunity to put two backs in there, give a guy a break, or that'll obviously help with his health. Running backs take a beating. They do every single game. Every time they have the ball. Unless you score every time, you're going to get hit. So, as far as Fitz goes, like I said before, 4.5 a carry. He deserves more yards. He deserves more, and we need to give him that as an offensive line. And that's one thing the coaches are going to stress. That's the one thing I'm definitely going to stress, being a captain on this team, is, we owe Fitz. Fitz has worked too hard in his career to, not get the yards that he's getting now.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.